Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Radash, double honor to the apostles, elders of great millstone, salutation to brothers pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity and risking their lives and freedom to do so. This brother and a guy coming from Great Millstone Chicago Camp, coming at you with another lesson, low ones edifying. Today's going to be the scripture of the day. Alright, and I'm talking my spirit right now. It's the book of John chapter 15. And I'm going to start at 12. It says, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you." Alright? So when he comes to the truth, he comes to the walk of the faith, you know that, the scripture says what? Prepare that soul for temptation. Alright? And the churches, they don't teach you these things. Alright? We lay our lives down for our friends, for the brotherhoods. We are our brother's keepers. Alright? The scripture says, you do this in my presence, how much more in my absence? Alright, so you might have plans. A brother once told me, the brother Ariella once, he said, you want to make the Lord laugh? Make plans. You know, because the Lord is in control of all things. Alright, so say you go ahead, because when you come to serve the Lord, you really have to prepare that soul for temptation. Or you have to put your flesh under subjection and be doers of the words and hearers of the words. Alright, Jake just likes to say, it likes to be lip service. There's no lip service in this thing, man. Alright, we show it by our actions. Alright, we show our words by our actions. Actions are bigger than words. Alright, hold on, Jeremiah, 1 second. Alright, so you might say we go camp every day, every Saturday we gotta lay our lives down. Alright, and it's gonna cut into family time. You're gonna come into celebrations, which you shouldn't be a part of, because once you come into this thing, you start slowly separating yourself from this world. And what this world has to offer is nothing but death. Alright, wicked holidays, family time, father of the year, fucking everything, fucking employee of the year. Alright, so you can say one day, make plans with your family and be like, hey, I'm about to go do this and do that. We're gonna make some errands, and then the spirit might help out. Brother call you that morning and be like, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? And you had to lay down your life for your brother, man. You gotta be like, hey, because that's when the Lord he likes to test to see who's really about him. Because he even said, have you considered my servant Job? The Lord likes to see a fighter. The scripture says, he that strive for the truth, the Lord shall fight for him. If you're not fighting, and then these things come with that fight, man, you gotta neglect. That's why the scripture says, he that forsaketh his mother, his father, his children, his mother, his wife, his daughter, his sisters, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold. We lose our lives to save our lives. Alright, we're not here to save our lives like these niggas, because these niggas don't have a continuous city. Alright, we seek one to come. Alright, we're seeking one to come. That's why we store our treasures in the heavens, and everything else will be added unto us. We're not worried about, because family and all the job and your mother, all these require time. They're time consuming, they're energy consuming, and I always say it, don't waste your time, your resources, your money, your energy, and all these things on your family, because at the end of the day, remember Lot's wife. She could turn around, and all these things that you've done don't mean shit. Just focus on what you had to do for the Lord, and lay your lives down for the brotherhood, and everything else will be added onto you. Alright? And that's the thing that we got to count the cost. We got to realize that everything around us is dung. It's like, you hear one? This is Romans 5:7. It says, for scarcely for a righteous man will one die. Go up one?
That one too. Because basically, Yahushai did this. Yahushai did it. So basically, nobody else is laying their life
right.
for each other. So it's scarcely that a one man will die for somebody else.
Yep, it says, yet peradventure for a good man, some would even dare to die.
Right, because at the end of the day, there's it's a burden, but Yahushua was our biggest example. in his life as Yahweh Shai, he didn't sin, and he laid that life. He laid his life in order for us to receive that salvation, or for the elect to receive that salvation, which is why now we don't. For those that are fully persuaded, it's not something foreign for us to lay down our lives for each other, because we already got the better example, and he already told us the end result. He said, if you suffer with me, you should be glorified with me.
That's right.
And you know what I'm saying? And you have to have faith that that's going to happen, because people don't do that because they feel like they're losing their time by serving the Lord, or by being brotherly and all that. They don't consider how much more is going to be that reward.
That's right.
They don't consider that reward is greater in heaven, like the brother had quoted. You know what I'm saying? That it said,
Lock that door.
we shall receive 100-fold.
That's right.
We shall receive 100-fold for what he have lost. But in reality, we're willing to lose our life on this side to actual receive life on that other side.
That's right.
Which is going to be in righteousness.
It's funny because I was watching on YouTube. You can look up Stoic quotes, and you can just go ahead and press play, man, because there's a few of them, and one of them said, a man shouldn't fear to die. He shouldn't fear death. What a man should fear is never being able to live. And shit, when you start to live, once you start coming back to the law, statutes, commandments, because this is the book of life.
Not only that, but what this ain't life on this side.
Right, but we, as the scripture says, I'm really not to quote the nigga, but he says what? He says Drake. He says, last night I decided to lay my life for it. I decided to die for it, just to show the city what it takes to be alive for it.
We'll be martyrs for y'all to know better, man.
Exactly. So
martyrs to show y'all niggas better.
There is no greater love than a man lay down his life for his friends, and you consider a friend to Yahweh Shai, to Yahweh, if you do these things. And if you're not doing these things, you're considered an enemy. Says, all right, you're not a friend.
It says you shall in no wise, and this is in Leviticus, thou shalt in no wise hate thy brethren, but thou shalt rebuke him and not suffer sin upon him. Right. So again, you guys don't know what the love of the Most High is, because it says what? The love of the Lord is keeping his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So really the correction is the love that we can show to anybody, is the correction.
That's right.
What does it say?
Rebuke is better than secret love.
Exactly. Open rebuke is better than secret love. And I remember, I won't say the brother's name, but he said, let me find out that y'all don't love me. And what he was basically saying is, make sure you correct me when I fuck up. Make sure you love me enough not to let me sin, and so I can fucking die, man.
That's right.
And whether he meant it at the moment, we know in what spirit he said it.
Because he probably didn't want Come.
He was basically saying, please rebuke me. And whether he said it, whatever man he said it is, we still hold up that brother, because yes, we don't want him to suffer sin. We want him to make it, man. And that's the true love that we have towards one another, is that correction. That's how you know these other camps ain't in the right spirit, is because they'd rather them all have their own doctrine than for them to correct themselves and communally come into the agreement of what's right and what's wrong, man.
That's right. Okay. So, no greater love than a man who laid down his life for his friends. Alright, it's not grievous, So, with that, Lone was edifying scripture today. Until next time, I want to say shalom, call shalom, la Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and abad babal.